Go.
Hey, well, we'd like to welcome everyone watching this recording tonight, and we truly appreciate Eric giving us all the support here as far as technical support and her input on KYG, as well as our wonderful reporter, Alyssa. We appreciate her being here tonight. So we are going to go ahead and start our meeting by going over the schedule, our agenda, and the first thing we had on the agenda was that wonderful video that Shelby has sent out, and I'm going to let Erica touch on that.
Okay. I wanted to provide some kudos for sure for the videos, and I'm sure you guys have been working with Shelby on those videos as far as content, but kudos, high quality materials. One thing that we want to kind of keep in the back of our minds on the videos, we have a repository on the YouTube channel, and I will send out a link for that. I really want you guys to be thinking about the videos. One thing before I kind of get into that, we need to be thinking, get in the back of your mind any kind of music you may want to be using. We can kind of develop a short list, if you will. We successfully averted any copyright issues since we upload our video footage into YouTube. By doing that, there is an agreement between YouTube and the artists. So where that is a benefit for us is that we are not doing any copyright violations by having it affiliated in YouTube. Had we put out on the website, and when I say the website, our UIdaho KYG website, and I apologize for my voice, I'm homesick, and bear with me here, but hold on. Harper, no. If we would have just done a direct link for those videos as they were and not loaded them into YouTube, we would have had to try to get copyright permissions in order to post that video on our UIdaho 4-H website. So that's something we just need to kind of be thinking of, but it would be good to kind of come up with a short list of songs. And as you guys have a list developed, I can search YouTube to see if copyright agreements have been arranged with artists in YouTube. If not, then we'll have to make a different song selection. Not a big deal, but it does add a little bit of time and something we have to be cognizant of. One thing I wanted to touch on with the videos, kind of since we're on that topic, I want you guys to be thinking of a good KYG promotional video. And there's, Rosie, which has been kind of the main promo, or what we kind of envision as a promo video about KYG? Wasn't that from the 2015 conference?
I believe it was.
So when we're talking of a KYG promotion video, this is going to be footage and a compilation that really provides particularly parents, 4-H professionals, and first-time or potential attendees, kind of provides that snapshot about what KYG is about. Obviously, we're doing great work. We need to capture that in our footage. I also want to think about on the videos, we hit the ball out of the park as far as blowing up Facebook last year in our media feeds. So we need to be thinking of those short little interviews that we want to do. I think this is some topics that we should be thinking about. We could probably brainstorm this, but we want to have those short snippet interviews. We want to keep a steady video stream in that media pipeline, if you will. And I think there's some opportunity if I flag Amy Calbretta, she'll help put that out on the further extension for us, and that'll give us some good views and help us get that word out there on the work what we're trying to do.
Great, great. A lot of good information there. We're going to move on, and this is where I was hoping that we could have Sydney take over. And Shelby, we need to know where everybody is on their writing assignments for KYG. Alyssa, do you want to tell them where you're at on yours?
Sure. So right now I'm at a point where I have most of mine written, and so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going through and editing both my articles, both the bio and the bill article, and so I'm giving it to my English teacher this week so that she can go through it and catch my minor mistakes that I missed and looked over on accident. And so I'm just sort of kind of bouncing off multiple people, so I have get it well edited before it gets published. So that's where I'm at.
That is great, and I hope the rest of the youth, the reporters, are doing the same thing. If you have forgotten your bill, Erica just sent an email out to Mary Jo and Jamie and asked for a breakdown. We want to see if they have made any changes on their side, if we need to make different assignments on our side and adjust a few things. So when we get that from them, we will get that sent out to Shelby and Sydney so they can see where we are at on the bills for sure. Okay, I know that Erica has already talked about the videos. So she talked about the content. She talked about some of the things that we need to look at from a legal aspect, talked about the music. Please have some ideas for storyboards for the video. Like Erica said, we can use a great promotional KYG video. I mean, we as old people can talk till we're blue in the face to other youth, but when they see something that you have put together, boy, that sells them because they look up to you as older 4-Hers and they respect your opinions. So we need to have one that's going to be very professional, fun, and blasted out of the park. So please be thinking about storyboards for videos. And not only that, but for other ones that we may do while we're there.
And I do have a couple ideas on that maybe we could get storyboarded out. It would be very helpful for the orientations if we could get a video. It does not have to be long, but something that gives us a video snapshot of our clothing guidelines or, our dress code. Another one would be a good, we're kind of changing more to an overall steering committee. I think we need to kind of capture that, but I think we really need to capture, yes, we need to introduce ourselves as reporters, but what is the essence of what a reporter in the video team do? What is that? So what? And I think that those are a couple pieces that would help with the promotion and certainly with the recruitment and trying to get some folks to sign up for these positions. We're basically the best kept secret. We do rock star work and we know that. So we have to share kind of the who and the why. And that might be either going for a bigger audience, kind of providing an explanation about the job A, so that way if an adult gets asked about it, then they can make that connection. But more importantly, what's something that's going to be something that if you're a first-time member, returning member, whatever, you watch and you go, okay, I have an idea of what you guys do. When I say what you guys, I'm our team, and then get them excited and want to do it. And hopefully, I know we can come up with this. It's just a matter of getting it storyboarded out and getting that footage.
That would be something wonderful to have in our vault to be able to pull out when we need it and use it and show it to others.
Yep.
Okay, as far as new business, I am so excited because Erica has been working on this. Erica, can you tell us what we think we have lined up?
Yes. So I know you guys have heard this while about me ranting and raving and hunting to try to make a professional media connection for you guys. We have a grad student with the UI Boise Center who has connections. I don't know if her grad work is in communications, but she's got connections to the media. Long and short of it, we are looking at having 2 professionals. We're working on the logistics, whether they'll be coming and visiting with us at the Red Lion or we're going to them. Either or, but it stands at this point that we will be working with some media professionals. One of the individuals is going to be really helping with some writing tips. So I want you guys to be thinking about, okay, how you approach your story, how you prepare your story, how you sell the most content, and as you're working on your stories, what are some writing questions that you have? We want to help you kind of raise your writing level, if you will, and they're going to provide, this is their profession, so there's no such thing as a bad question. The other individual is going to come to visit with us is going to visit on media. I've asked for them to touch on video. I've also asked them to touch kind of on formatting, what we need to do as far as getting stories out on social media, and if there's impacts on how we're doing things. Nevertheless, I want you guys, and they're also going to share their insights about the career and opportunities beyond for you guys. And I think that if you come in and think about some good quality questions, and I think once we get them in there, this is going to be a great opportunity, hopefully for further interactions, and maybe this will lend itself to something more in depth for our summer meeting, which that's been kind of my pie in the sky massive want for this piece. How this is all going to culminate, as you know, Power of the Press has probably been one of the last pieces to be updated on our KYG projects. And so I think some of the insights that we get from these professionals, and certainly I want your input on your project experience, we need to flesh out Power of the Press updates we are changing how we've done business, so to speak, in this group. We also need to flesh out kind of project requirements and what constitutes that Power of the Press component for 3rd year and 4th year as well. So I'm really excited to get you guys linked in with some media professionals. So put on your thinking caps, bring some really good questions, and don't be afraid to put a pen and paper by your bed. Some of my best ideas come to me in the middle of the night, as annoying as that is. It's just kind of one of those inevitables, but this is an opportunity for us to really ask good questions, get them excited about what we're doing. We need to be able to articulate that, but it's not going to be any benefit for you guys if it's just crickets chirping. It can't be just Rosie and I asking questions, which I probably will, but this is all about you guys. So I'm very excited about this opportunity. And like I said, I really hope that this works its way into something where we can maybe get some, real in-depth and kind of get into some nitty-gritty cool stuff for the summer planning committee. But nevertheless, at least this is a great starting point for us. Great opportunity.
So that will be great, and everybody's going to be able to learn a lot from these professionals. So I'm excited. Good job, Erica.
Oh, and then I would definitely, sorry to interrupt, Rosie, but I definitely want to get some footage on this. This might give us some good Q&A, kind of other insight pieces, a different perspective on kind of what our workshop is about. And I think that would be super cool if we could get some footage on that to include kind of on the, behind the scenes, if you will, of what is done in the coolness cave.
I think that'll be great, and maybe we can implement it in some of our videos, take little excerpts from there.
Yep.
So hello, Shelby. Glad you could join us. We're down on the agenda to, Erica, could I get you to put the Know Your Government Conference donation form up, and let's talk a little bit about that?
Yep. Let me change. I'm going to start with that fundraising, kind of the guidelines.
Okay.
Is that the
would
one?
be great. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so as y'all know, when we had our meeting this summer, the committee came together and decided to ask each of the committee members to try and raise $200 each. I know that's a lot, and I know this is our first year. It is not a requirement, but boy, it would be great if you guys could go to your commissioners, your Rotary Club members, your Lions Club, your different community partners out there and ask for donations. We expect about 160 youth to come this year, and you know the great opportunities they have in judicial and legislative. So while you guys pay for to go, we have to rely on donations from businesses and individuals to help keep the costs down. So if you guys could get busy with that and contact, what's reasonable, Erica, for this first year? Can we say 4 entities?
Well, I guess I'd start the conversation with your local county extension office. They may have some ideas.
Absolutely.
With some of their connections. When I worked at the county office, there was quite a few civic organizations I went to and met with regularly, and it may be as such, you know, it's a little difficult now since we're on that January timeline and we're looking to be, you know, we're going to conference in February, but if the opportunity presents itself, I mean, you could visit with your extension professional, and it's something, even if it's post-conference where, you know, you're not going to be able to meet with these groups until, you know, even after KYG or March or April. So there are some civic organizations that I was affiliated with where it would be very appropriate as me as a professional to have you guys come with. Some of these groups would include, we had Boundary County Community Coalition for Families, which was a group, a lot of nonprofits, education, had contacts with the schools and different other entities, but they were very supportive of 4-H. Other civic groups such as Lions, Kiwanis, Eagles, they're very supportive of youth programs, but you're going to want to visit with your 4-H professional or even your 4-H educator, just so they very well may have a membership, or, you know, the county extension office is affiliated with them, such as like a chamber of commerce type piece, but the extension personnel should have an idea when those civic group meetings are. Hopefully they have a foothold or have made connection with those groups to where they know what their meeting schedule is like. But you're going to want to visit with them to see if there's an opportunity to go in and talk about what KYG is about, what your role is. We don't want to go Katie bar the door that, you know, you have to give us $200. We want them to kind of understand about the program. We can make a mention that we're looking for some support to help with the program. And whatever support that they're willing to provide, we are very gracious to accept. It's wonderful if we can raise $200. If you can get that, wonderful. It's going to be more likely that you're going to come away with a smaller dollar amount. And it's hard to say. It depends on these groups what that dollar amount is going to be. But, you know, there's definitely good opportunity. It's good to visit with your extension professional as well. They may have some insight on how to approach your county commissioners and working with the elected officials, whether or not it's, you know, you have an opportunity to meet with the commissioners during one of their meetings, but part of it is the professional is going to have to make arrangements to get you on their meeting agenda. And so that's kind of the catch-22 with meetings with some of these groups is some of them only meet once a month. or this time of the year is a very busy time of the year, and they usually have full agendas when it comes to visiting with county commissioners and your local elected officials. So nevertheless, put to paper who you're planning to see. Let us know. If you get funds out of that, wonderful. If it's something that's going to come post-conference, that's important too. These conversations don't have to just happen right now. And we are at a little bit of, that meeting discretion, unfortunately, especially if they've already had meetings at the beginning of this month. That makes your February kind of tight. So be thinking of that. But if you have questions, just let us know. But the fundraising guidelines and the commitment letters, those components have been emailed out. They kind of have some verbiage, some guidelines as far as, who potentially to approach. But I would definitely say your first conversation needs to be starting with your local extension office. And they're going to be hopefully very happy to help you out and get you in contact with some local folks. Did I miss anything, Rosie?
No, I think you've got it all. And the point that you made, that it may be post-conference, but that's great, guys. It can help us for next year. It's wonderful. And if you have the actual donation form, you can see it goes from $25 to $1,000 or to other. So even if it's $10 from the lunch lady, whose child went to KYG earlier, it's just whatever you can do. And it's just the start of a new program, and we certainly appreciate your efforts in that.
So the letter is from Dr. Lindstrom that kind of, outlines the ask, if you will. Gives the explanation that we are a nonprofit organization, being a 501c3, and then the donation form that Rosie was referencing is right here as far as the different dollar amounts.
It says who to make the check out to, different amounts. We are willing to take whatever they want to donate. We appreciate every penny to help make this conference possible.
Oh, Shelby, you have a question?
So do you want us to try and get money before the conference?
If you have time that you are able to do that, that would be extremely helpful.
Yep.
But some of the different entities out there, your community may have already had their meeting for the month. But if you know people that want to donate, that would be great too. So anything you can do without killing yourself, great. But send these or take these around to different people, the donation forms. And like Eric had pointed out, a very good point, it can always be used post-conference. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's a good question, Shelby.
Perfect.
Now,
Thank
Eric,
you.
do you have anything else that we need to cover? Because we can end recording and then talk to Shelby and Alyssa for just a quick minute. Do you have other things that you think we need to cover that we haven't already covered?
There you are. No, I think we're good. I think we hit all the main points on the agenda. Oh, only thing I had on the agenda, if you haven't already asked to join the KYG Steering Committee Facebook group, please do so. If you have questions or whatnot, need an invitation, send me an email, ethiel@uidaho.edu. I can get that to you, but that's a good way. I know that not everybody uses Facebook, but it's a good way to blip to check your email. We try to put a heads up, hey, check your email. It's really important to kind of keep a regular check on your email from here on out. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming through. We're certainly going to be, after this meeting, keeping a regular you know, keeping in touch with you guys on your writing assignments and that type of thing. But yeah, I can stop the recording now, and then I'll be sharing this link. I'll put this out on process the video. I'll email this out to everybody so they have a copy of this and kind of captures everything that we've talked about. So I'm stopping the recording now.